We are creative bureaucrats. We made it. We made it together. Oh, now I need a pulse. You know what I mean? Okay, so now that we are creative bureaucrats, we need also to really open this closing session. It's completion now. It's all about making it. It's all about those who made it. It's all about those who won. And we are all winners today for sure because you were here, first of all. Yes, applause to you. I mean, we heard that, huh? You first, and then we can save the world. Okay, good. So now, actually, you know what we should, I have an idea as a creative bureaucrat now. I think we should all have Zeugnisse, you know, like, what do you do, or degree or diploma when we go out? You know, there is a little shop where they do like Zeugnisse with your weakness. Somebody from my team was here, and she told them what my weakness is. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to get my Zeugnisse later on. Okay. Anyway, so in the next hour, yes, it's going to be an hour, we will meet the lucky one. So that's the one you really want to get to know, and you know it because they made it. So we're going to meet the ones who got the golden ticket and who were on the cruise. Next year, I'm going to be under the seats first. And then they proved Kafka wrong, and then we will know the recipients of the Creative Bureaucracy Festival Awards. We're going to know also who is the winner of the GovTech pitch competition. I love pitches. And then we're going to meet the team. And then you're going to know everybody you need to know. Okay? You ready? You want this? Yes. Okay. Good. Okay, first of all, we have a federal minister again in the house or on the screen. And it is the Federal Minister for Food and Agriculture, Cem Özdemir, and he has a very special greeting for us. Please, let's go and have the video.
Hallo zusammen und herzliche Grüße aus dem Bundesministerium für Ernährung und Landwirtschaft. Creative Bureaucracy, also kreative Bürokratie. Ich muss gestehen, auf den ersten Blick kam mir das doch ein bisschen weird vor. Die Quadratur des Kreises quasi. Kreativität und Bürokratie, wie soll das zusammenpassen? Auf den zweiten Blick allerdings wird klar, dass es genau darum geht, öffentliche Institutionen und Verwaltung mit guten und neuen Ideen so aufzustellen, dass sie den Menschen das Leben leichter machen. Da darf es beim Nachdenken logischerweise keine Tabus geben. Und genau so verstehe ich auch das Creative Bureaucracy Festival. Tatsächlich beschäftigt mich gerade kaum etwas intensiver als die Frage, wie wir eine bessere, effizientere Bürokratie und gleichzeitig den Abbau unnötiger Bürokratie hinbekommen. Es ist ein Thema, das auch viele Landwirtinnen und Landwirte ebenso wie die Betriebe sehr umtreibt. Ich bekomme das bei meinen Besuchen im Land natürlich auch unverblümt mitgeteilt. Unnötige Bürokratie oder schlecht gemachte Regulierung kann die Betroffenen unnötigerweise viel Zeit und viel Nerven kosten. Wir wollen und wir müssen da deutlich besser werden. Ich habe allerdings auch schnell gemerkt, dass es eine Daueraufgabe ist, dass hier verschiedene Interessen ins Spiel kommen. Es ist Kernarbeit, die braucht einen langen Atem und umso wichtiger ist es, dass neue Bürokratie von Anfang an kreativ, effizient und innovativ ist. Das stärkt auch das Vertrauen unserer Bürgerinnen und Bürger in ihren Staat. Und man darf gerade in diesen Zeiten nicht unterschätzen, wie wichtig dieses Vertrauen ist. Deshalb geht mein Haus aktuell gemeinsam mit unseren Bundesländern neue Schritte zum Abbau unnötiger Bürokratie in der Landwirtschaft. Da geht es um zahlreiche Dokumentationspflichten, die mehrfache Eingabe der immer gleichen Daten an unterschiedlichen Stellen oder auch widersprüchliche Vorgaben. Es sind viele, auch kleinteilige Baustellen. Zugleich muss ich bei der Debatte aber auch daran erinnern, ganz ohne Bürokratie wird es nicht gehen. Im Idealfall sorgt sie ja dafür, dass jede und jeder verlässlich und fair zu seinen Rechten bzw. Ansprüchen kommen kann. Und auch, dass gesellschaftlich gewünschte Standards eingehalten werden, etwa beim Umwelt- und Verbraucherschutz. Entscheidend ist, wie so oft, Maß und Mitte. Und gerade skandinavische Länder zeigen, dass sich Unternehmen in Regionen auch bei hoher Regulierungsdichte gut entwickeln können, wenn die Verwaltung sehr gut und innovativ ist. Ich werde Sie jetzt nicht langweilen mit dem üblichen Hinweis, dass wir in Digitalisierung investieren müssen, um Prozesse zu optimieren, Wartezeiten zu verkürzen und Zugänge zu erleichtern. Natürlich müssen wir das. Wir kommen da Schritt für Schritt endlich voran, auch wenn es gefühlt immer noch zu langsam ist. Was ich aber mindestens so wichtig finde: Seien Sie bitte klar und laut in Ihren Forderungen. Fordern Sie Veränderungen und Verbesserungen ein. Machen Sie gerne auch konkrete Vorschläge. Ich bin jetzt lang genug Minister, um zu wissen, dass es in der Politik und Verwaltung immer um Menschen geht, die Entscheidungen treffen oder sie halt nicht treffen. Die veränderungsbereit sind oder es eben nicht sind. Die Veränderungsbereitschaft einfordern oder eben nicht. Oder die vielleicht auch an Hierarchien hier und da verzweifeln. Es gibt immer wieder gute Beispiele und Geschichten des Gelingens. Ich denke, Sie alle sind dazu prädestiniert, diese Beispiele und Geschichten auch ins Land zu tragen, damit klar wird, dass es anders und dass es besser geht. Und dabei sollte auch immer deutlich werden, dass Veränderung natürlich kein Selbstzweck ist. Meine Erfahrung aus vielen Gesprächen mit veränderungsbereiten Menschen ist, dass 2 Sätze dabei tabu sein sollten. Erstens: Das haben wir schon immer so gemacht. Und zweitens: Das haben wir aber noch nie so gemacht. In diesem Sinne, lassen Sie uns versuchen, es gemeinsam besser zu machen und den Menschen den Alltag zu erleichtern. Vielen Dank für Ihre Kreativität und Beharrlichkeit. Tschüss.
Okay, okay. Es geht anders, es geht besser. Great. Also, jetzt will ich wissen, wer war auf dem Boot? Who was on the cruise? Raise your hands. What? Yeah, I know. Yeah, we come to you immediately. But I mean, I want to know the others, because as I said, everybody is a winner here. So, okay, good. Do you have a good time? It was great, huh? We were inside. Okay, good. So 30 people had the chance with a golden ticket to participate to a workshop, and in these sessions they were asked to prove Kafka wrong. By the way, Kafka's death is exactly 100 years ago this year. Happy Death Day, Kafka. So now, how is bureaucracy not gray and grim? That's what we want to see, and we're going to have these workshop finalists, so to speak, to tell us how they're going to prove Kafka wrong. And we're going to invite them on stage to present their results in a little pitch of 90 seconds. Yes? And you're going to applause. And we have an applaudimeter here in the middle. Yes, Roman, he has it. And he's going to tell me who won. We're going to do this at the end so that we can clearly hear all of them in a row, right? Are we going to do this like that? All of them at the end? Yes, good. You ready? Because the team with the loudest applause is going to be next year in the festival, and they will have a spot. They will win the spot. So when is the festival next year? You better save the date. Can I have the date of next year, please? Yes, 5th of June. You don't even have to wait a year. It's less than a year. Yeah? Okay, cool. You ready? Let's go. Yes. We're going to start with, because there is always an analogy to Kafka. We're going to start with Crews vor dem Gesetz, meaning before the law, where a man is actually prevented from accessing the law because there are always gatekeepers. You remember? Who read that? Good. You're good. So the gatekeeper, you can tell the story, right? The gatekeeper symbolizes the bureaucratic barriers to justice. And in this session, they discuss how such obstacles to fairness, to justice, to resources, to services are actually possible. So I welcome on stage Crews vor dem Gesetz. Let's go, Outlaw. Where are you? Yes. Ha. Woo. 90 seconds. Can we have the counter? Oh, you have 2 minutes. That's really nice. Did you pay them? You did. Okay, good. 2 minutes. I stay.
Tour war auch auf Deutsch, unsere Cruise war auf Deutsch. Und wir haben uns damit beschäftigt, wie eigentlich in Ministerien Rechtsetzung stattfindet und was eigentlich die Personen in Ministerien tun können, um Kafka wrong zu proven, also um zu zeigen, dass der Staat nicht immer voller Barrieren sein muss und Machtasymmetrien produzieren muss und BürgerInnen als BittstellerInnen zum Staat gehen müssen.
Und dafür haben wir tatsächlich Lösungen gefunden. Diese Lösungen sind für viele wahrscheinlich neu, für uns sind sie es nicht, weil wir seit 2021 zu diesem Thema arbeiten. Und zwar zu der Reform des Gesetzgebungsprozesses. Die Idee ist einfach, sich schon in der Gesetzesvorbereitung mit Methoden auseinanderzusetzen, die Bedürfnisse von BürgerInnen integrieren, die mit BürgerInnen ko-kreativ dieses Gesetz entwickeln, bevor überhaupt dieses Gesetz geschrieben wird. Das heißt, erstes Problem, dann die Lösung, nicht neu, Co-Kreation auch nicht wirklich neu, aber wir wollen uns eben mit der Gesetzgebungsvorbereitung weiter beschäftigen, mit der ministeriellen Gesetzesvorbereitung und plädieren für eine Gesetzgebungsreform und wollen dafür das Zentrum für gute Gesetzgebung gründen, weil wir aus Erfahrung wissen, das ist die Lösung. Wir müssen uns den Prozess angucken und nicht immer nur das Ergebnis.
Great. Okay. Well, you hear the applause now, right? You can compare the two applauses when we ask later. Okay, but good, good. You're polite. Great. Next team, you can stay here because we're going to compare you. It's a beauty contest at the end. So the next one is Das Schloss. Who read Das Schloss? Yes, good. Ah, a bit more. You're not alone. Okay, good. So this workshop explored the parallels between the castle and modern bureaucracy. So the participants explored how to create more transparent, citizen-friendly administrations through, for example, corporate culture, but also process transparency, digitalization, to enhance what? Yes? Trust. Well, all the rest you didn't pass yet. Okay, so I give you another chance. So, Cruz, the castle, please, come on stage. And can I have, please, the timer this time? Thank you. Thank you. So you didn't pay them, you have 1:30. Let's go, it started.
Okay, hallo zusammen. Für alle die Information, wer kein Golden Ticket gewonnen hat, das ist der Preis dafür. Ja? Also nur, damit ihr alle Bescheid wisst. Okay, wir sind dazu gekommen, wir haben uns auf dem Schiff bewegt und es ging um das Schloss. Ich weiß nicht, wer kennt die Geschichte von Kafka, das Schloss, den Roman. Da geht es darum, ich mache mal kurz Storytelling, geht es darum, dass jemand, ein Landvermesser, zum Schloss gerufen wird und Land vermessen soll. Aber er kommt dort nie an. Es gibt 1000 Hürden und er gelangt nicht zu diesem Schloss. Und das war quasi das Bild dafür, welche Gräben müssen wir eigentlich zuschütten, um Bürokratisierung abzubauen. So, und wir haben uns dann gefragt, ja, was sind denn eigentlich diese Gräben? Also wie können Kultur, Prozesse, Prozesstransparenz und Digitalisierung die Verwaltung positiv beeinflussen? Also was können wir eigentlich dafür tun?
28 seconds.
Pardon? Oh, yes, okay. Und dann kommen wir jetzt auf jeden Fall zu den Ergebnissen.
Okay, ganz schnell, ganz wichtig. Wir wurden aber auch gut bedient mit Spritz, also mindestens 3 pro Person, deswegen brauchen wir 30 Sekunden extra. Die Führung ist entscheidend und da hatten wir einen super Cruise-Coach bei uns. Er hat gesagt, man hat es selber in der Hand und wenn ich mich dafür entscheide, diesen Mut zu haben, Sachen zu verändern, die Gräben zuzuschütten, dann funktioniert das auch. Es geht darum, Haltung zu verändern, bei Mitarbeitern eine Vision zu entwickeln, Zweck zu erkennen. Warum tue ich diese Handlung? Warte noch ganz kurz. Quick Wins sind ganz wichtig. Der Mitarbeiter sieht, die Eingangshalle ist leer und merkt dadurch, ich habe weniger Aufwand und erfährt es so. Und ganz wichtig am Ende, das fand ich das Coolste, 80% sind meistens der Standardfall und davon sollten wir ausgehen und nicht von dem einzigen Moment, wo es irgendwie außerhalb der Norm läuft und uns daran orientieren, sondern an dem Standardfall.
Danke.
Yes!
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, hold on. Can we have Charles on? Yes.
No, but I'm just thinking, these poor people who only understand English, what the hell was that about? So the first group, they probably understood the word co-creative.
Yes.
Okay, co-creation.
And in the second group, what did
Well,
they understand?
Transparent.
Transparent. Okay,
yeah,
well, that's
it's
okay.
Transparent, simplified, all
Simplified.
of these.
Yeah, well, that's good.
That's good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Who
co-creative.
needs, hold on, who needs a translation?
They all understand
They all
German.
understand
This is
German.
unbelievable.
We Germanized them.
We've Germanized
Okay,
the
but
room.
this
That's
is
fantastic.
provocative. Okay, this is great.
Creativity.
Yes,
I don't know,
that's-
what do you call it?
Okay, well, let's go on.
I'll
We
see you
have-
later.
This is really fun. I mean, I don't know. Okay, now the next thing is die Verwandlung in English, metamorphosis. I didn't have spritz, by the way. I want to be on the cruise next year. I'm not there next year. I'm on the cruise. So, the metamorphosis. So, this workshop focus on how the public service can better involve elderly citizens. Elderly citizen, I mean, that's quite something. We all have older parents. Yeah, we do, right? Well, we have the chance to do, anyway. Well, anyway, these participants were equipped with specific methodological knowledge to address this issue. And it is pressing the issue, because guess what? Countries are getting older, especially here in Europe. So let us metamorphose. Let's go. And let's give them 2 minutes. To be fair, 2 minutes, but not more.
Hallo. Hallo. Wir haben unsere Teilnehmerinnen gebeten, die Perspektive zu wechseln. Und zwar in 5 unterschiedlichen Situationen, in analogen, im auditiven und im digitalen Service-Setting. Dazu haben die Teilnehmerinnen diese Handschuhe benutzt, die die motorischen Fähigkeiten einschränken, und diese Brillen aufgesetzt, die das Sehvermögen mindern.
Beeinträchtigen. Genau, wir hatten ganz unterschiedliche Sehbeeinträchtigungen zur Wahl, so sah das ungefähr aus. Und wir haben dabei gefragt, wie fühlt ihr euch denn eigentlich in diesem Moment, und haben hier verschiedene Gefühle gesammelt. Gewonnen, in Anführungszeichen, haben Frustration, Hilflosigkeit und Überforderung. Und eine der größten Hürden für Menschen, und das sind nicht nur ältere Menschen, haben wir festgestellt, sondern auch Jüngere, die sich hilflos und überfordert fühlen. Menschen, die aus dem digitalen Raster fallen, haben vor allem ein Problem der Scham. Denn bei dieser Scham ist es ihnen dann auch unmöglich, aus dem Verborgenen herauszutreten und zu sagen, ich schaffe es einfach nicht, ich bräuchte Hilfe oder ich fordere sogar Hilfe ein. Und deswegen unser Appell, dass wir, Gesellschaft und Verwaltung, an diesem Thema arbeiten müssen. Es gibt wahnsinnig viele Initiativen da draußen. Wir müssen uns besser vernetzen. Und wenn euch das Thema nicht interessiert, dann applaudiert für eure Oma, euren Opa, Eltern.
Oh.
I know.
Sympathy mode.
Emotional manipulation. And this is really like, wow. It works. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, no, I cannot see anything. Okay, good. I'm going to leave it here. Good. And then we have the trial. The trial, bureaucratic processes are portrayed as opaque, right? And they leave individuals feeling like really bad and powerless and small and useless. And this session aimed to challenge these notions by really discussing ways to make accountability mechanism more accessible, fair, and to make also bureaucratic institution more trustworthy and transparent. So let's try this, the trial, please. Yes. Woo, with workshop stuff. Okay, 2 minutes, let's go.
Okay, perfectly. So we heard a lot now about a lot of people not being on the boat. And we thought, this is the situation that you described right now, accountability. We want to show you what we did on the boat. So this is a part, probably you won't see it in the back, but we give you a sense of feeling that we did something. So we are accountable for what we did on the boat, and that is putting you at the center, the humans. We want you to know what we did, and this is exactly what we thought about. Hey, let's gather together and let's put some things together. So we want trust, we want service-oriented, we want to give you what we gained. And this is exactly what we do. So we have some sticky notes here, and my friend Eden will share with you a little bit about that as well.
Great, yeah, thank you so much. So we had a really, really interesting and fun session where we were brainstorming solutions to some of the challenges that were posed by the people in the session. So some of the solutions were centered around, as he said, human-centered, knowledge sharing, giving ownership and power back to the people, decentralizing the process, better education and knowledge sharing around accountability, and accountability mechanisms that are implemented in organizations should have M&E monitoring and evaluation so that we can ask the right questions. Do these mechanisms work well, and do they serve their intended impact and outcomes? Furthermore, we also talked a lot about holistic change across all levels, fostering a culture of honesty and community-based or local solutions. Thank you.
And they did it in 1:30. Whoa! Okay, yeah. Hold on. Now we are going to compare. Now we start. So you remember the first team. To be fair, let us give us 3 English words to repeat in 2 seconds what it was about.
I would say the Center for Good Legislation.
The Center for Good Legislation, that was the team for them Gesetz, before the law. Roman, you ready? Let's measure the applause. 3, 2, 1, go! Good. Okay. Second team, I give you again the chance because it was also in German. 2, 3 words, 1 sentence.
Everything works with, I think, trustship, image for the state, and I think Aperol Spritz on the boat.
Yes! Okay. They know how to speak. So that was the castle. 3, 2, 1, go! Roman, you make the notes, right? You check, because it's very difficult from the stage to hear. They are so enthusiastic. I know they want the drinks, but okay. The third one is the metamorphosis.
Yeah, the participation of elderly people in the digital transformation.
Yes, better networking, etc. That was great. Yes, good. So, applause for die Verwandlung, Metamorphosis. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, and now it was in English. They don't need to repeat. They did it in 1:30. So, for the last team, but not least, the trial. They tried. 3, 2, 1, go! Wow. I hear you. Woo. Roman, you are the judge now.
That was a very, very close call, right in the end. Now let's start from the lowest. With 96.2 decibels, the first team was awarded. 98.5 for team number 2.
Oh.
98.8 for team number 3, and 99.5 for the last
Whoa,
team.
That was really close. So you are the awardees. Yeah. Woohoo! See you next year on the cruise. Yeah, you won. Yes. Okay, well, thank you so much. And you're not the only winners here. We have an extra winner, so stay on stage so that we have all the winners on stage. We have now the winner for the GovTech pitch competition, which happened today. And they're going to, I don't have any hands anymore. May I give you this? Thank you very much. Because I'm going to tell and give them the GovTech Connect. This thing they're going to get. And it's going to be Arthur Alba of Streetco. Please, come on stage. Let's go in the middle. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. This is great. Do you want to tell us just in 2 words what it's all about? I can keep it for you.
Yeah,
just
in 2 words.
but really 2 words, huh?
Really happy. We are doing a waste for reduced mobility persons. We collect data regarding the accessibility of the streets to help disabled persons avoid obstacles such as work areas and stairs. And we do that in more than 20 cities in Europe.
Great. Are you French?
Yes.
Ah.
I tried to hide
Trop bien.
it.
Enfin, viens, on va pouvoir parler en français un
avec
petit
grand
peu, c'est trop
plaisir.
bien. Ouais, là, c'est
Personne
vraiment
ne
bien.
va rien comprendre.
Ok, salut. Allez,
Voilà,
on y va.
parfait. Allez, bonne
Ok,
soirée.
great. Tiens ton prix, au fait. Salut. Ok, so that's the winner stage. Take it. Okay, you ready? Okay, but then this is pour ton voyage. Voilà, c'est bien. Your glasses, yes. Thank you very much. You took a picture. Everybody's happy? Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. No, give it back to. Whew. Okay. We are approaching the end. Don't worry. But now we have the Creative Bureaucracy Festival Award, right? We're gonna, Creative Bureaucracy Award, please bear with me. I am since 8 o'clock here and since 9 on stage, so what do we award here? With the Creative Bureaucracy Festival, we actually honor the people in government or in other fields, actually, who have made a real difference. And you are making already a difference, so that's great. And who have contributed to making the lives of citizens more easy, better, faster, whatever. And these changemakers, we want to honor them. These innovators, they receive the Creative Bureaucracy Award, which is really a badge of honor, right? You carry it with pride, like the scarf, right? So, we're going to have a laudatio. And I think the first one, I don't need to present him because it will be Charles Landry. And he's going to give the laudatio for the winner. And I think he's even going to bring the winner with him. Right, Charles?
Yes.
Yes, you go.
Thank
Together.
you. Yes, where is my winner?
Woo!
She's got colour. Look at that colour.
Yeah.
Huh? That's something else. Pretty good. Now, there's something about, this is Sophie Howe, just so you know, yeah?
Yes.
And in English, we sometimes say she's a goer. A goer means she's really lively, da-dee-da-dee-da. But she is from Wales, and that is quite significant because Wales is a country within the UK, and what it means, it can have its own laws. And that is absolutely significant that it can do that. And why is she a winner? Why is Wales a winner? Because it's the first country in the world to appoint in a statutory way, as a legal basis, a future generations commissioner. And that was based on an act called the Wellbeing, etc., Act, which is obviously important. Now, the other important thing is that it's beyond political cycles. She started in 2016 on the 1st of April, and it's not a joke. It was not an April Fool's joke, it was real. And she had a 7-term whatever you call it, yeah? Which means it was beyond the political cycle. Now, isn't it amazing that such a simple idea has not been copied? I find it ridiculous, don't you? I mean, it's so simple to do. Now, in fact, the Guardian newspaper at the time said, and I love this, it says, you are the first minister or the first commissioner for the unborn. And, that resonated with me when I heard that. Now, what does a commissioner do, or what did she do? Because now there's a new one, she just stopped. They're guardian of the interests, obviously, of the next generation. They advise and do lots of things like that, more than advice. They provide guidance and so on, always getting the government to think about that next generation. What is the implication of any law decision we make? What is it going to feel like for people who are not necessarily decision makers, etc., etc.? Now, it's not a talking shop. It has influence. It had influence. And I was really impressed when I first met Sophie a while back that, well, I mean, where do I start? What did you do? You shifted the way the transport policy in South Wales went. You know, it was all, hey, let's get a few new road building system going. That's 4 billion whatever euros and more. No, no, she said, the younger generation is thinking differently, public transport and all of those sort of things. So that's one thing you did, which I thought was brilliant. And then the other thing, there was a lot you did about domestic violence and getting people paid leave for that. You also trialed and piloted basic income idea and so on. And what I found really, you know, my tears were welling up when I heard, you know, the manifesto for the future. I didn't understand the Welsh of all those people speaking, because Welsh is pretty difficult, I tell you. But I could feel it with these young people speaking, that whatever they were talking about was essentially about the sort of world we want to live in. So you're beginning to get an idea of what's going on there. So she studied law and she got into university. Believe it or not, oh my God, you had your first baby at university, and she's had another 4. So how did she do that? 5 kids and all of this thing. She was the youngest elected politician. Again, I've forgotten when that was, when you were 21. She was an advisor to... And look, there's a lot of that sort of stuff, which I think is all great. So what can I say? I can't say anything more. Look, you know something? You deserve this bloody prize.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm so absolutely privileged to receive this. I've never really liked being called a bureaucrat, but I'm very happy being called a creative bureaucrat.
Great.
And Charles told me that he was going to be doing my eulogy, which is what happens at funerals generally, so I was slightly perturbed by that. But this is anything but a funeral, because I feel that there's a real kind of movement here. I've heard lots of positive feedback about the concept of a Future Generations Commission and a Future Generations Act, equal positive feedback about my shoes, which is great. And I think that you are exactly the sorts of people in bureaucracies, in governments, in cities, in institutions across the world who could really make this a concept which is not just happening in Wales, but is happening everywhere for our kids, our grandkids, and everyone else yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie.
We want a photo. I want a photo. Get that photo. Photo. Yes. Are you there, AC? Great.
Yes, I'm there too.
AC, you're there. Lovely. Thanks a lot.
This is wonderful. And by the way, your shoes rock, and I would never judge you for looking. You look like smart brain. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay. So, I had to make this note. Okay, so we have the award number 2, and it will be, the Laudatio will be honored by Cornelia Wall, the president of Hertie School of Governance. And Cornelia, you want to come, the 2 of you? Yes? Together? Yes, okay, then Cornelia and Matthias Ecke. And it's an honor for me also to see you. You are my hero, you know that? Yes, you are. You are totally a hero. Please, go on. Yes.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, dear Matthias. It's my great pleasure here to give a laudatio, not a eulogy, of a very important person who is, first of all, a Hertie alumnus, but most importantly, a freshly re-elected member of the European Parliament. Now, I'm sure you have a lot of things to say about creative bureaucracy, but I also think this award is an award for a political reason, and that's what I would like to speak about. And I cannot think of a better person to deserve this prize than you, and let me tell you why. Matthias was born in Saxony, in what was then called the German Democratic Republic, and lived through the fall of the wall as a child. That means he saw the reunification of Germany, and with it, East Germany's entry into the European Union, and he decided that it was the duty of his generation to dedicate his life to fight for the future of this particular political construction and to fight for the future of democracy and defend it from threats at home and abroad. Matthias' career as a dedicated public servant shows the commitment to this goal. He was the first in his family to attend university in Leipzig and Prague, and after his graduation in 2009, he took up a position in the Bundestag. And I know you think that this is the bio sketch type of phrase, but let me repeat it to you because this is an important phrase because it contains three things that I'd like to highlight. So Matthias was the first in his generation to attend university in Leipzig and Prague, and after his graduation in 2009, he took up a position in the Bundestag. Why do I think that is so important? Because it means that you have overcome 3 hurdles that many people might have already stopped at. We know how difficult it is to be the first in a generation to go to university. And I won't bore you with this, but it's already a quite admirable achievement. But I don't know how many people in the room know how difficult it is in Eastern Germany to say, I'm passionate about the social sciences. I want to study the social sciences. In fact, this is my field. I'm a political scientist. This was one of the most dangerously political choices you could do. And many people in my field in East Germany, when it was the GDR, at the fall of the wall, had their entire life careers stomped into the ground and disillusioned with the moment that the wall came down. Some of them recycled themselves in Marxist apartments somewhere in a US university. But for the younger generation to come and tell their parents that that's what they wanted to study may not have sounded like it was a good idea. But you did, and I'm happy you did. And after that, you also decided to take up a career in politics. And I'm very happy you did so because we all are very enthusiastic about anything that will help us to get a good representation between the East and the West. And it takes the type of choices you made in order to get there. And I'd like to congratulate for jumping over all 3 of these hurdles. I think we're very happy to have you here in this role and also in the European Parliament. Now, after 5 years, in Berlin, Matthias went back home to his state of Saxony, working in the state ministry for the economy, labor, and transport. And it was during this time in public service that Matthias also took up a further challenge. He became a student at the Hertie School's Executive Master of Public Administration program, which is why I know from all his fellow students that not only is he dedicated and passionate about his field of study, but he's also a very kind person with a great interest in everybody around him, which I think is wonderful when you're in political life. Little more than a year following his graduation from Hertie, Matthias became a member of the European Parliament, where he provides an important East German perspective and advocates for a stronger and democratic Europe. It was while doing this important work, while hanging up posters for his election campaign in Dresden, that Matthias was brutally attacked. Such political violence is not only completely unacceptable, it also represents an attack on democracy itself. Its goal is to intimidate its victims into silence and dampen open debate in a country. Political violence is frighteningly widespread, and we at the Hertie School learned only weeks after Matthias' attack that another one of our alumnuses, David Ramos Felix, was also viciously beaten up while doing an electoral campaign for mayor in Mexico on June 2nd. And as the president of a school who trains people for public life and for political careers, I just cannot resolve myself to transmit the idea that that should be part of a job. We must stand up collectively to protect people from physical violence if they choose to go into a political career. We have to do our utmost.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. We must do our utmost to make sure that personal security and the rule of law prevails. We must fight for politics, as a colleague put it yesterday to me. We must fight for politics as a space for the force of argument and not for the argument of force. We're all incredibly thankful that Matthias has made such a speedy recovery, and I hasten to add that David as well. But it's his reaction to this horrific event that has made it even more impressive. Soon afterwards, Matthias confidently declared, "I will not be silenced." He continued to campaign and fight for a strong and democratic Europe, setting a clear signal against right-wing extremism, hatred, and violence. We're thrilled that you have won the battle at the ballot box and will be able to continue your work during the next term in the European Parliament. And on behalf of everybody, politicians from all parties that are target of physical violence, Matthias has sent an important signal that is recognized with the award this evening. So congratulations on this award, Matthias, and we're very happy to see you at work in politics.
Yes. Can we please stand up? Really? Please. Please, thank you. Thank you. Really. Really. So, you want to say something? Maybe you want to say something. I can hold it for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your warm support. Thank you, Cornelia, for your kind words. And thanks for inviting me and for this honor, which I receive, I think, on behalf of, all the people that are active for our democracy. Like most of the political work in this country and many others in Europe is done by volunteers, like people that do that in their free time, and they have their passion, they spend their time, they spend their free time, also their money sometimes, but they also represent their ideas with their face, with their person, and I think that all of them deserve respect, all of them deserve security, all of them deserve an environment where they can exchange their ideas and where these ideas are weighted against each other. And what we've seen in the last years was an increasing, politics of brutalization, a politics of polarization, and I think it's not heroic to do political work, not at all, and it should be normal. It should be the most random thing to do. But we've seen that the space for political exchange has narrowed, and I think that we can never accept that. We can never accept that. That's why I said that I won't be silenced, and we shouldn't be silenced. But I tell you, it's not easy. I mean, it's not like in the region where I come from, there was a dramatic shift in political opinions. We even have seen a rise of the surge of the far right, especially in my region. So I'm here also with a heavy heart, to be honest, because we are not. We haven't succeeded. We haven't. We have a very hard fight still to defend our democracy, to defend the public sphere that we all need to be creative, to be Democrats, to be creative bureaucrats, to serve the people, to be public servants, and to be democratic politicians. So thank you for this award, and I would like to give it like metaphorically to all the other people that really deserve it much better than I do, I think. Thank you.
Matthias, you know what my region is, right?
That is?
France.
Oh, which one?
Well, we have elections in 2.5 weeks, so everything you said, I can sign.
Okay.
Because I'm coming from a region where there has been a dramatic shift, and I really hope. And if I see anyone online who is French, please go and vote properly for freedom and democracy in 2.5 weeks. If you are online, please. Thank you. So now, sorry, I don't want to derail this. Merci. No, hold on. We want a picture. We want a picture. Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. I need someone to take this. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, we are going to do this.
Tell everybody the embassy you can vote online in the French election.
Yes, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm going to vote online too. This is digitization. French people can vote online in 2.5 weeks. Yes, only the ones abroad. I belong to them. But anyway, vote. Okay, good. Sorry, I don't want to derail this. So we have the laudatio number 3. Sorry, I'm really getting into this creative bureaucracy spirit here. Okay, so the third and the last laudatio will be by Stefan Bemelsmann, who is one of the managing partners at PD, who is a very important partner here at the Bureaucracy Festival, the Creative Bureaucracy Festival. And Stefan is going to also come with the awardee, I guess. Yes, you come together? I love it. They come together. Yeah. You go.
Charles, first of all, I must make a disclaimer. If I've been told before that I'm supposed to dance the laudatio, I would have put the condition to make it in French, because I'm unfortunately rather better in French than in English, and a bad dancer and a bad English-speaking guy, and the combination of bad dancing and bad speaking would be awful for all of you. But I'm very proud to be here to honor Cristiana Bucalo. And I'm not sure, Charles, if you and the organization team of this short ceremony had know how different we both are. Cristiana Bucalo and I concerning the matter of nationality, which makes the fact of our staging here twice exciting and surprising. In my family, I'm with my two nationalities, the German and the French, part of the minority, which only have one or two nationalities. Except my parents, my wife, and my brother-in-law, everybody in my family has three, or in one case, four nationalities. And this is, before you become restless, all these cases are special, but totally legal. Even if the public or political opinion in Germany seems to think the contrary. This brings me to Cristiana Bucalo, the importance of nationality and the value of her engagement for the stateless. The nationality, I'm a lawyer, so I must say some legal things, is a legal link between a human being and a state, and over this to the community of nationals of the state. Having a nationality makes you a citizen of the respective country with a lot of duties and also rights. This may be sometimes demanding, it's nevertheless mostly helpful. On the opposite side, being stateless means not only the absence of nationality, but also a lack of state protection without compensation on the field of the duties. You have no protection but duties. That's not fair. Nevertheless, stateless people have to be accorded the same treatment as it's accorded to aliens generally, as stated in Article 7 of the United Nations Convention relating to the status of stateless people from 1960. You're inhabitant, but not citizen. As we all are inhabitants when we stay or live in foreign countries, with a big difference that stateless people are everywhere inhabitants and nowhere citizens. Cristiana Bucalo, who was born stateless in Munich, experienced firsthand the profound impacts of statelessness, such as limited access to rights and societal exclusion. Her personal journey inspired her to build State Free, a digital and physical space where stateless individuals can connect, share experiences, and advocate for their rights. Cristiana's work with State Free has brought visibility to the issue of statelessness, mobilizing public and political support to transform policies and improve the lives of stateless people. Her commitment to social change has made significant strides towards a world where stateless individuals can live with dignity and full rights. State Free has also made great work in building community between stateless people to compensate the missing of a common national identity shared with other people. As a double national, I bow before you, Cristiana.
Thank you. Am I allowed to say something already?
Yes,
Yeah.
You want to say something. We want to hear you. Thank you.
Thank you for the kind words, and thank you also for this recognition. 15 million people worldwide are without nationality, and despite the fact that there are so many people who are affected, nobody knows about it. In Germany, we have over 126,000 people who are without nationality, and traditionally, bureaucracy and policies were a space in which stateless people are very much excluded from accessing basic human rights. During the Second World War, Jews were made stateless by Germany, and Hannah Arendt was one of them. And in her essays that she wrote, she talked about how statelessness feels, and she talked about the fact that as a stateless person, you don't even have the right to have rights, because it's not enough to be human to have access to basic human rights, but you need to be a citizen. So the fact that now statelessness is represented in this space is a huge honor because we want to work towards a future in which bureaucracy is not the space in which status people are limited, but actually enabled to access human rights, and that this is a space that protects them the way that they should be protected by every state. So thank you.
Wonderful. Photo, we need the photo now. Come forward. You have to go to the front. I was asked to be here, but I don't feel, like, okay. Wonderful, thank you so much. I like that. I mean, these award ceremonies can be long, but what for Laudacios and what for people who have been awarding now, it's really great. It's I don't know, it's touching, it's empowering, right? Okay, I know you want drinks too. Especially these cruise people have been telling us what we missed. But we're nearly there. It's the end. No, it's the beginning of the end, or the end of the beginning. And I'm going to welcome back on stage Charles and Johanna. Please come to me and tell me yes.
Thank you.
Did you notice we are in a contra look? I have this. Okay, please, Charles.
Charles,
yes, the colors. I mean, yeah, you must be in the middle, of course.
Yeah.
This is
Are
great.
we the right colors?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Looking good?
Okay, good. So now, what I want to know before we go on, we are almost at the end. I want you to give me a couple of short closing remarks. Your highlights. What was the bang for you?
Oh, my bang definitely was all of you. It was just amazing to see all of you spend the day here with you. So definitely the people here today have been my bang, and I had an absolutely amazing day.
A blast. Yes, you, Charles. Charles, what was your highlight?
My highlight?
Yes.
You.
Oh.
No, yeah, you were a bit. But it's quite interesting. No, I think the highlight was in a way the organisation, and you went from one thing to the other, and you went, oop, your eyes opened, and then something else very serious. And I just like the variety. That's what I think was my highlight.
I can relate, because it's my first time here, and I'm also like, I am amazed. My highlights were all the speakers who brought a new project, an innovation, a new perspective, an inspirational message. And I've been really touched by everybody who has been on stage, and that was really fantastic, I must say. I mean, I do a lot of conferences. I mean, I do a lot of really great conferences, and this one really touched my heart, I must say. I will never say again that creative and bureaucracy is antinomic. I posted this on LinkedIn. And then Cem repeated it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to change this. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us. I think you were an amazing stage host. So please give a big applause for AC Coppens.
Wow. Woo. You're going to say, thanks to the tech. I want to thank specifically my sound person, because it is my microphone. And it's very rare that somebody is placing the microphone wonderfully. So, George, thank you very much. And Helena for the timer. Yes. Thank you. So, I mean, tell me more about who you want to thank.
Well, we
could dance.
We could dance,
yes,
but
yes.
we'll do this another time again.
Okay,
we
good.
don't dance this year. But I also want to thank our two other stage hosts that were hosting the Connection stage and the Imagination stage, Shannon and Annemarie.
Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Thank you so much, and we just continue with our round of thanks.
Don't leave. Come here.
Stay
we
there.
all
We
stay
want to see
here.
you.
Come here.
We are finishing this all together, so we have
Go
some.
over to AC. She's
Yes, come to me,
lovely.
come to me. Yeah, we were the hosts. Yes.
Yes.
We made it. Thank you.
And of course, we would like to thank our partners, without whom this all would not be possible. Charles, you get started?
I will get started, and I'm going to get this correct. PD, Berater der öffentlichen Hand.
Yes!
Auswärtiges Amt, Bundesministerium der Verteidigung, Bundesministerium der Finanzen, Europäische Union. I'm going to speak normally now. Bundesministerium für Arbeit und Soziales. I mean it seriously, obviously. Bundesverwaltungsamt, BMW Foundation, Herbert Quandt, Project Management Institute, BITE, Bayerische Agentur für Digitales. Look, clearly they need a bloody big round of applause. Thank you so much.
I have a few more. We're not...
One more?
I have a few more.
But what about all those technical people?
We'll
do those later.
I'm doing that. Don't worry, Charles. Thanks to GovTech Connect, Civic Coding, the Center for Public Impact, GPM, die Deutsche Gesellschaft für Projektmanagement, Konrad-Adenauer-Stiftung, Politics for Tomorrow, Lokalprojekte, Bertelsmann Stiftung, and a big applause to our whole tech team. They have done an amazing job all day. Thank you.
And before we forget, the online audiences who stayed all day long. Woohoo!
And of course, we have a wonderful crew that has been preparing all of this. The Creative Bureaucracy Festival team, the Falling Walls team. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with all of you this year again. Please come on stage. Juliane, Laura, Robin, Maria, Saskia, Pauline, Nate, Karin, everyone up.
Wow, look at these. Fantastic.
Please, the whole crew on stage.
Come on. We said we'd do this together. This is great.
Come.
Collective work. Come on. Don't be shy. Come on. That's quite a few, right? Yes, please. You deserve this. Yes. Be careful, huh? Woohoo! Yes. Look at this. This is fantastic. Woo.